And Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is all set to present the Union Budget 2025 on Saturday, 1st of February. But before she presents the budget in the Parliament, Minister Sitharaman will unveil the Economic Survey of India on Friday. The Economic Survey is released every year before the budget, and it aims to highlight India's performance in terms of economy in the last financial year, basically a report card on outcome of steps announced in the previous budget. So in a way, the Economic Survey sets the tone for the forthcoming budget. I get you this report explaining significance of the survey.
An economic survey is a comprehensive report that offers an in-depth analysis and insights into India's economy, focusing on various key factors. The Economic Survey 2024-25 will be presented today prior to the Union Budget presentation. The survey will be presented on Friday. Economic Survey covers following broader areas: detailed economic context, offering thorough assessment of the country's economic landscape to enable budgetary decisions on current financial situation on ground. Survey will identify key issues to analyze the economic trends and also various challenges. Economic Survey allows better policy discussions as lawmakers, economists, industry stakeholders receive the economic data in advance, allowing for well-informed debates and discussions when the budgetary allocations are announced. Economic Survey is divided into two sections. Part A reviews the overall economic performance, presenting data on fiscal trends and macroeconomic indicators, while Part B delves into socio-economic issues such as education, poverty and climate change, and also offers projections into GDP growth, inflation and trade. This year's comprehensive document, as is the norm, is prepared by the Economic Division of the Department of Economic Affairs, headed by India's Chief Economic Advisor, V. Anantha Nageswaran. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will table the document in Parliament on Saturday. The Economic Survey 24-25 is anticipated to emphasize job creation and boosting female workforce participation. It will examine economic indicators like agricultural and industrial production, employment, infrastructure, prices, imports, exports, money supply, and foreign exchange reserves. These insights will inform the government's fiscal strategy, guide reforms, and shape new economic policies. Essentially, the Economic Survey serves as a report card on India's economic health. Sakal Bhatt's report for DD India.
And for more on this, we have Anil Thomas joining us. Well, Anil, given the Economic Survey's role in setting the tone for the union budget, what key indicators or sectors do you think will be addressed in this year's budget, especially considering the current economic landscape?
Well, good morning, Lipakshi. Well, the budget session of Parliament set to begin or set to roll from today. It's got two sessions. The first session is till 13th of Feb. The second session is in the month of March. It's got a total sittings of 27 sittings that we're going to see. First half is going to see 9 sittings. The second half is going to see 18 sittings. 16 legislative bills and 3 business bills that will be introduced. But the Economic Survey is where the focus is going to be, for the simple reason, in simple terms, it's a look at the progress card of the year gone by, and also looking at the challenges forward that the government faces purely in terms of taking the nation forward. And I think it's going to be a precursor to the budget, and it's going to give somewhere a blueprint of what the budget holds for the people of India. And I think the Economic Survey is something that's going to be keenly watched. It's going to come after the President's joint address to both houses of Parliament. And it's an indication in the first place of what or where the challenges the government faces ahead, and also the year gone by. It gives you a perfect idea of how the year has been for India and its people.
Right, Anil. Also, the Economic Survey, as you also mentioned, often reflects on the impact of the previous budget measures. Can we expect to see any major shifts in the fiscal policy or new strategies in the upcoming budget in the light of the current economic and geopolitical challenges especially?
Well, many that would be considered, especially since you mentioned geopolitical issues, the rising cost when it comes to importing fuel could be one that could be on top of the agenda, because that's something which is going to have a direct bearing on the cost of living, purely in terms of the rising cost, which are going to be factored in. And that's going to be crucial, because that's what people are going to look at. But the Economic Survey generally gives you an indication of what your budget could hold, purely in terms of how agriculture, industrial production, along with export and import, It gives you a better idea on what the government plans to do in the next 12 months. The challenges that the government faces in the first place, and the roadmap and the blueprint that it projects in helping the nation move forward. So overall, the economic survey, there is no force that what the economic surveys could be very much seen in the budget, but it's always an imprint that the economic survey presents that people look forward to when it comes to what to expect from the budget.
An economic
Many
blueprint
sectors that
indeed,
would be
yes.
looking for relief, especially in the budget, and we'll have to wait and watch in the first place what the economic survey holds for us to get a better understanding about, because the industry has been demanding on many fronts, some kind of outlook from the government in the budget.
Right.
In the sectors of health, capex, as well as also in the sectors of import and export. We'll have to wait and watch in the first place how this economic survey plays out, and that's going to be presented by the CEC. It's going to be presented in Parliament by the Union Finance Minister after the joint address by the President.
All right. Thank you so much, Anil, for all those details. And India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman